Hi, I'm Sharyn, and I'm Oakley's doggy mama. I got Oakley from a local shelter. She had about
Look at Sharyn.
a week
That's her
before she
boo. Good
was
luck.
going to be
She's doing her
euthanized.
makeover. Look over
She
there.
was like a juvenile delinquent. She growled at children and men. I'd come home and I'd see her all fours on the dining room table, shredding napkins. The worst
Not only did she
day
do tricks,
was
I do
the
tricks.
day
Look
I
how
saw my dog scale a 5-foot fence in 3 seconds and go over and kill the neighbor's chicken.
As a shelter dog, she didn't get what she needed in the beginning, so we had quite a few challenges to overcome.
Lead the Way was the first trainer that came in and didn't say, wow, you have really big problems. I got more active in Oakley's training, and they came to me and asked me if I would be willing to loan Oakley to play the part of Bullseye in a local production of Oliver.
The process for me when I found out I was going to be doing a musical with Oakley was to figure out how we were going to get Oakley to do the stuff on the stage that we needed her to do. The biggest challenge was everything going on around us. In one of the scenes, the character Fagin is grilling sausages on the stage. Well, we all forgot about the fact that we were walking a dog back through the stage area where the grill was and the sausages were sitting on top of it. And the next thing we know, Oakley had snatched one of the sausages right off of the grill.
When Oakley stole the sausages, we talked about how to do that differently, and they came up with a solution where Kelly would give her a sausage. So you can't have the sausage here, but later on, if you're really good, you're going to get this sausage.
By closing night, she gave herself a ton of lines, and they were all appropriate. She barked on entrances, she barked on exits, she barked when there was dramatic tension on stage.
Oakley became such a part of the production that she added to the point where this was one of the biggest box office sales that they ever had.
Oakley went from being an underdog to a wonder dog.
And now we're back again. I have to hurry up here because I have more. I'm called to go to the Princeton Arts Council. Again, we're promoting everything Princeton, and my presence is wanted. That they have a cabaret, my local legend, so well known.
That's a first.
So introduce Oakley and the relationship between Oakley and Lead the Way. Oakley is a guest. What is this? You do this. Hi, who are we talking to?
Hi, I'm Amy McKay, and I'm the owner of Lead the Way Dog Training.
And my name is Kirsten Grover, and I'm an intern with Lead the Way and Amy.
Okay, and you use the dog in what? Great. What's the mission between, and what do you do with these dogs, and what's their body language like now, and all this?
We teach people how to communicate with dogs. Dogs speak their own language, so you're kind of teaching a translation between human speak, or English, and dog language. Mostly body language, the way they sit, the way they look, the way their eyes are, kind of portrays how they feel, and then we kind of interact from there.
And this is empirical evidence. You base this on experience, science, and just, you've been hit over the head. Things have gone wrong. You learn what works and doesn't work. And what's the mission behind what you're doing in your organization to help?
To help canines and humans have a better relationship, one that's built more on benevolent leadership instead of bullying or forcing them to do something just because we want it that way.
Oh, I just thought it's Lead the Way Dog Training.
So
I need to be led.
did some of this,
We could do that.
people come to you and the dog has some kind of behavioral problem that they want to solve?
Yes. We have 3 different ways that we interact with the public. One is with our clients, so if they have an issue, that's how we met Oakley. She was having some behavior issues. She kind of stole a chicken from the neighbor and had it for dinner, so we came in to teach.
Kind of.
Kind of. We had to teach her how to leave the chickens alone and be a nice dog, and she learned how to have manners.
I'll interject. It says like a conspiracy. Can you train your husbands like that too? Like I trained her?
Wouldn't that be
When we
nice?
get the clickers out.
Okay, anyway, continue. I'm sorry. I'm so quick.
so-
Aren't I so quick? Me? No.
The first way is with our clients. The second way is with rescue groups. We currently work with the Ewing Animal Shelter, serving an area in here in Princeton with people who look for rescue without risk. So we run a class every Saturday morning at the shelter from 9:30 to 10:30 where we teach the volunteers how to interact with shelter dogs. And then our third way is through the Wounded Warrior Project where we do service dogs for heroes, so soldiers who come back with PTSD or other issues, and we're working on building up the relationship and their communication with their dogs, and their dog becomes a companion, so they stop them from having night terrors or getting upset and losing their focus on reality.
So with these rescue dogs, you're trying to take dogs that a group wants you to adopt and make it more habitable, make it more user-friendly.
Absolutely, yes. A family-friendly dog. So not every dog is good with kids, not every dog is good with other dogs. So with our program, we go in and we assess each dog, and when they get homed, they're with the right family, so it's not a mess or a mistake.
Can you give me subtitles?
How did you learn how to do this? How did you learn the tricks of the trade?
When I started out, I was 13. I started working with the 4-H training seeing eye dogs. So we take them for a year before they become seeing eye dogs. And they come into our homes. We teach them how to walk on a leash, how to be around a family, sit at the dinner table, and do all those kind of things. We took them to restaurants, on and off buses, just socializing them to the world so that when they become a service dog, it's helpful.
So you started when you were 13, but like you can't go to college and major in teaching dogs tricks.
No.
I mean, this is something, you have to go outside the box to become good at it.
I started mentoring with anybody who would take me in. So I started going to classes with all different types of trainers and learning the different avenues. I also went to the Animal Behavior College to get my dog training certification, and now I'm a mentor for that college.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, I mentor for Rutgers in their, did I get that right?
Rider.
Rider, sorry.
Sorry.
Rider.
It's an R.
Kirsten
It's a
came,
New
Kirsten
Jersey
came to
Rider.
me for her psychology degree. She needed intern credits, and since our philosophy is based in psychology and behavior modification techniques, she was able to earn her college credits by working with us and volunteering at the shelter.
Are there agreed standards of proceeding in dog training that are regarded as the right way, or are there different ways of going about it that are
Like, do you just
equally
like Caesar,
valid?
the dog whisperer? Like, what about him?
There's multiple philosophies, and everybody kind of has their own take on it. From our perspective, it's more of the communication between the humans and the dogs. So we are trained in life coaching and leadership skills so that we can help the human be inspired to change their behavior so that the dog can change his behavior.
Besides giving some subtitles to how the dog's acting, we have to go to the dog show tricks. And maybe you can also tell us, what do you see? How's the dog acting? What's the dog? If the dog could talk, what would it be saying right now?
Well, right now, Kelly's working with Oakley on her tricks that she already knows. So Oakley happens to be a star. She was in the Oliver production, so she is very good at listening and being in the public eye, I guess, to say the least. Here she is.
But is she nervous or anxious? Is the light throwing her off right now?
We're all looking at her.
She's excited, and she knows her mom's in the next room, so she'd like to go over and see her mom. She wonders why she's not there. Right now, her face is kind of happy. She's got a lot of smiling going on. Her ears are up. So
You can definitely tell a kind of a smile, a happiness in a dog.
Absolutely.
Does it happen with cats?
I have cats. I have a little more experience with them, and yes, their body language also is very indicative of the feelings. So yes, you can tell when they're smiling.
But cats are not as trainable, of course.
No, actually they are. It just takes a little more patience and time.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. Have you ever trained a cat?
My own, yes.
Wow.
Not to the extent
So
that
you're not
the
really a
dogs,
good father
but-
to your cat.
Yeah. People think that
my
they're
cats
not,
don't have
but
problems.
yeah, no, it's harder, so it takes longer to see the rewards, and they're not, they don't give back as much as the dogs do.
Actually, my cats have me trained.
Well, then that's a good thing.
Is that
They've done well.
I've been asked by the audience, is that a homage to John Wayne? John Wayne used to wear that American scarf.
Let's see some tricks demonstrated.
I just got a witty comment again. We have to see the trick.
It went by
Go.
everybody.
If you just
He's
hold the
dissing you,
leash long
Mike.
for me. Oakley. Sit. Wait. Up. Take it. Good girl. Oakley, touch. Yes. Sit. Watch. Down. Yes, good girl. Oakley, up, around. Come on. Here she goes. Up, other way. Sorry, I had the leash. Come on. There you go. Sit. And touch. Watch.
Did you see how excited
Take
she
it.
is? Like she
Good
loves
girl,
to work.
down.
And
Stay.
we use positive motivation. So dogs
Good
are motivated
girl.
by 5 things, right? Their food, affection, play, their prey drive, and then punishment.
What about
aversion.
They have
Tone
a
of-
play drive.
And tone of voice? What's,
So that's affection, and dogs are motivated by affection, so they do things because they want us to be happy with them. So sometimes our clients will say things like, well, they're working for the food, and I'm like, well, it's not really the treats, it's actually the reward of working for us.
It's the interaction.
Exactly.
And they do that in
They
a
want
pack?
that bonding.
Yeah.
if we weren't there, they would be doing it with their dog friends?
Exactly, yep. They're very social animals, and they want to have a big family, basically. It's called a pack in the dog world, but I try not to use that because humans don't apply to pack
We
logic.
think thug.
That's one way you could go.
Well, it's
yeah.
the difference. I mean, dogs came from wolves. It's a pack animal. They hunt
long,
in packs.
long time ago, though. But
Yeah,
when we
but
compare,
adapted from. There's
Yes,
neoteny,
yes.
which is the retention of adult traits, childhood traits into adulthood. which makes them childlike, which is part of their charm. But see, cats didn't come from a pack animal, which makes them more solitary.
Yes.
Hence the difference.
Well, and Amy can tell you more about it too, but dogs are the only species that actually looks to a human for advice. So whereas a cat is trainable and they can pick things up, they're not going to look to you for advice, but dogs will.
They're doing their own thing.
Yes.
Dogs, because of the way that they evolved, like you were saying, it was the wolves who couldn't really hunt on their own. They started hanging out around humans and picking up the scraps and stuff like that, and that's how they became part of the human world. So they've learned through time that humans will fix it for them. So they had this study, and they set up a bunch of animals, and they put the food underneath like a cage that they couldn't get at. And all the other animals like dug at it and dug at it and dug at it until they gave up and then just walked away. The dog kind of lurked at it for a little while, sat down and looked at the handler like, all right, I can't do this.
There's a theory that says that dogs evolved in China, and that the fact that the dogs evolved helped human civilization to prosper.
Well,
because you needed
doubt.
these animals that were loud and yapping at night, because once you have resources in one place, that's vulnerable from the marauding tribes.
You're absolutely right. Not only did they help us guard our families and our livestock and all that stuff, they also hunted with us. So they became part of the hunting teams and helped the families or the soldiers or whatever bring out the game or hunt down the game.
Also, they become I call them fur babies, because some people don't have kids and their dogs become their babies, and it gives them so much love but it gives them so much love and everything. And I like the way Oakley, we've been asked, Oakley, how many plays and movies has he been in? And
Oakley's been in one so far, but she's open for as many as she can.
Yeah, she's starring in the new Star Wars movie.
Okay, give the bona fides, we've got to wrap up. Again, lead the way, tell us about how to reach you.
Lead the Way Dog Training at leadtheway.us, or you can find us on Facebook at Lead the Way Canine Education.
And thank you very much. This has been another exhilarating, intoxicating, pet-friendly Breezing with Bierman. I'm a puppy molester, I can admit to that. I grab the little box. I stand accused.